So, what's going on, guys? This is Brian Pickowitz here at BP Fitness, and I hope you guys are ready to make 2017 your year. My personal goal for 2017, I have a few, but one of the biggest things is I want to provide you guys with as much great content to help you, whether it's training, nutrition, or diet, any of the like, just to make it so you can reach your goals better. I think that really starts here. The kitchen is where most people fall off track, and if I can provide you with as much good content as possible, that's really where I'm going to do my job. So, today we're going to go over what most of my contest prep diet and photo shoot diet looked like. I'm going to show you some different tips on how to cook. Lindsey's going to come on here and help show you how to make your roasted vegetables work for you and make them delicious. And we're going to start with making a meal prep that works in favor of you so you can stay consistent, you can reach your goals. So I'm excited to share this video with you guys. I'm really excited to help you out. And now we're going to go over how to prep your chicken, your meats, and then we're going to go over your vegetables after, okay? So, what's going on, guys? So the first things you want to think of on any balanced diet is protein. Most people don't get enough protein, which makes it so they're not getting enough really healthy nutrients in order to fuel their workouts and get the recovery from their workouts too. So I'm going to go over some of the different protein sources that I would typically eat. Chicken is the leanest and most inexpensive form of protein you can get. I personally like to take a big cooking sheet like this, put some garlic and onion powder, and personally I like a little bit of adobo seasoning on it. I don't put any oils on it, but I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 45 minutes to half an hour, depending on essentially how fast it cooks. But you want to throw some good protein in there on your diet. I usually eat about 4 to 6 meals a day, and then I would have about 4 to 6 ounces of chicken in there too. One thing I also do though is when I'm eating lower carb, I try to get higher fats, which means I can eat a little bit of steak, and at the same time I have 93% lean turkey. What I'm going to do with these, we're going to pan cook them, pan fry them, put some onions in with them, and at the same time add some of the seasonings. But what you want to focus on is the structure of this. So you want to know what your macronutrients are on each one of these. That's where measuring your food and tracking them out works really well. But altogether, if you're cooking this together, if you're looking at steak, you should try to focus on getting top round, or maybe a lean beef, as a 96% lean would really be ideal. Those are your leaner forms of beef. Don't get like the London broils or even like the briskets and stuff like that. Those are really high in fat, so you want to find a healthy balance. And then I usually go with 93% lean or 99% lean turkey. The breast is the easier part. It's really easy to cook, but any of these are going to be healthy forms of protein. And then you also want to focus on eggs, but we'll go over that in a second. So I'm going to cook these up, pop them in the oven. Lindsey's going to go over how to make a healthy veggie blend, and then we're going to show you what all this looks like too. So, although I'm eating a higher fat diet, I try to cut out a lot of oils. I know people are going to say cooking oil is really not that bad for you, and it's not. But the thing is one serving of cooking oil is 120 calories for 14 grams of fat. For me personally, I would rather have a couple more ounces of steak, have some more edible fats, that I'm not cooking with, so it reduces my calorie intake overall. But so the key is cooking spray. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fire up this. We already got it going. I'm going to spray the pan, have it at a medium heat, decent heat. And then one thing you can do is, I'm not going to do it today, but you can add onions and different peppers and stuff like that. So when you cook your steak, you get a really nice flavor to it. I'm going to get most of my flavor from the seasoning I add today. But simply just putting it in the pan. Same with the turkey. The turkey goes really well. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook this each side. I like to cook it for about 10 minutes each, but feel it out. It depends on preference too. But break it up and make it so that these cook really evenly. We're going to come back and check in about 10 minutes and see how they're doing, and then we're going to check on the chicken too. But this is a good base for us to work from. So one of the things with this, you typically want to focus on making it so that it's not pink. All the pink should be cooked out of your turkey. And with the steak, I usually try to leave it a little bit medium rare. It's all preference based. But then once you flip it, that's when I'm gonna add more seasoning just to even it out. But like I said, if you guys add onions to this, it's gonna even enhance the flavor too. So I'm really excited to eat this.
What's going on, guys? So I'm going to be showing you how to make a roasted vegetable mix, and it's really simple. All you do is take my favorite combo right now. I've tried a lot of different things, but my favorite combo so far has been buttercup squash, not butternut squash, zucchini, onions, and carrots. And then the seasonings that are my favorite are rosemary and thyme. The fresh stuff is better, but the stuff works too, and then I put sea salt on it as well. And all I did was I cubed up all the vegetables like you see here, and this is what a buttercup squash looks like, just so you know. It's less dense than a butternut squash calorie and macros wise, so that's why I really like it. And the same with zucchini, it has hardly any calories in it at all. So usually people cook this with a ton of oil, and a ton of oil doesn't really seem like a ton of oil, but calorie wise it is. So all I use is just spray. I sprayed the bottom of the pan, and then I sprayed over the tops of the veggies so that all the seasonings would stick to it. And I'm gonna put it in the oven on 450 for about 45 minutes, give or take. Make sure you flip it every 15 minutes or so and just mix it around. And I'm sure you'll really like it. It has a lot of flavor and it doesn't add a lot of calories to your day, so it's awesome. So go try it. So I've had my veggies in for about 20 minutes or so. So they're getting pretty close to done, but I just want to flip them around a bit, mix them in, because this is a pretty thick pan. Ideally you only want to have one layer on here, but that's alright. We did the best we could. So then I'm going to pop them back in for like 20 more minutes and then we'll call it good. So that's fine. I found vision. And 20 more minutes.
So what's going on, guys? So I want to thank you for watching this video, and I want to kind of go over some of the different things. So I have my food all set up here, and this is going to be the big key for you guys, ultimately making it so you are prepared. What I've done is I cut my steak up into little bits, make it so I can meal prep it and put it into containers. The same with all my chicken. So what I like to personally do is cook it in a big bunch and then take it and separate it out like this. So at any point in the day, I can just put 4 ounces together and it's all set and prepped. This makes it much more easier than having to put the breasts away and then cut them up each time. If you do it all when it's there, it's going to save you a lot of time and effort. So here is the #1 key for you guys. That's this. This is going to be your food scale. So you should try to track your food, track your macros, and calculate how much you're actually eating. Thing is I want you to think of this as a form of a science experiment. You don't want to just be winging it and saying, oh, well, I'm eating really healthy and, you know, why aren't I losing weight? You want to know how much you're eating. You want to know how many ounces of things you're eating so you get an accurate measurement of how much your body's taking in. So if you're not getting the results you want, you know that you can change certain things in order to get yourself there. You know, and I think that most people are going to look at some of this baseline food and say, that sounds really boring, but guys, it's not. So here's what we've done. This is our veggie blend. It's delicious by itself. I use that as my base for the turkey. And then I apply 6 ounces of turkey, and it's going to make it so I get an ample amount of protein, a good amount of healthy fat, and the veggies are very fibrous and very low on my glycemic index, making it so the carbohydrates I'm getting aren't just quick sugars that my body uses. So this is the typical meal prep that you guys should be looking at. Next week we're going to try to come to you guys with a different style of food, something that most of my clients are on, because if you see this, there's not a lot of carbohydrates, and we're going to get you to eat carbs, because you should be able to eat carbs and lean down. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm going to eat this right now, put some hot sauce on there, have a delicious time. But I appreciate you guys' support. I hope you guys will get something from this video and leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see and what things would help you out in the future, because this is what I want to start giving you guys as much as I can. So hope you have a successful day. Hope 2017 gets off on the right note, and I hope that you make your resolutions permanent this year. Okay? Thanks, guys.